So, hello everybody, this is Fine Liquids and the Fine Liquids community, and we all want to say hello to you out there, to our audience. Um, Today we are here for you together from four continents. We are meeting together from Japan. I want to say hello to Japan, to Mrs. Ruriko Suzuki. Hello to Tokyo.
はい、こんにちは。今日はサンダーバードをみんなでテイスティングします。よろしくお願いします。
Well, I'm
Good
doing
morning.
good.
And I want to say hello to America. We have Mr. Takashi Glascock from Los Angeles here on the show today. Hello to America.
Good evening from Los Angeles. Taka Glascock, the water sommelier. It's 11 p.m. here in Los Angeles. Everybody's hanging in tight and hope we'll enjoy the show again.
Yeah. And I want to say hello to London and the UK, Mr. Milin Patel. Hello and good morning.
Good morning. I'm going to wave like the Queen. Good morning all. Good morning, big wide world. Yes, Milin in London, and I'm looking forward to the show. And hopefully we can hydrate the imagination.
Yes, I think so. So I'm very happy to be back again with you. Last time you made a very good job to Pelage, missing me, and I missed you at that day. So I'm very happy to be back.
Oh, you wasn't there, Pat?
Funny guy. So all in all, I saw the show and I enjoyed it really because you made a real good job. But it was very hard for me not to be there. So I'm very happy to be back. So today we want to celebrate a very special water with our audience, a very unique water, and I think you all can see that water in our backgrounds. This water is a Thunderbird, and it's a Canadian water. And before I say more to that water, I want to do something special we never did before. I want to show a short clip from the founders of Thunderbird. So just a quick step into some pictures.
My name is Charlie Coots, and I'm the elected chief counselor for the Ho-Chukose tribe government. Thunderbird Spirit Water is one of the economic ventures that we're working on. It's been in the works for our nation since 1990s. The source of the water is in the Ho-Chukose tribe government traditional territories. Thunderbird Spirit Water is one of the cleanest, most refreshing water that I've ever tasted. It's very pure water. It took a long time to negotiate it. Water is a huge topic in provincial, federal, Aboriginal governments and a world issue. Thunderbird Spirit Water is going to be an economic success that is going to create more infrastructure, more accommodation. So this is a very important venture for us, and I think it's moving ahead very quickly, and we should soon see the world enjoying our Thunderbird Spirit Water.
So the audience saw it. I think you did not see it at all, but you will see it when it's online on YouTube. So I did not thought about that you will not see it when I display it on my screen. So sorry therefore. It was just a short clip from the people over there, and we saw some spaces and stuff like that. Before we are starting, I want to thank Thunderbird for sending us that bottles, because you can't get them anywhere. So, and I saw that waters years and years ago, and I thought, oh, I really would like to have one bottle, and now I have one, and now we are together, and everybody of us have one of that bottle, and so let's start into that big water Thunderbird.
Nice.
Who wants to start?
Yeah, I'll start. I think it was very nice, Pat, that you started off with that clip, because that, to me, that media clip is super powerful, super informative, and it really does provide you with the essence of what Thunderbird, the brand, and behind the scenes, exactly what they're doing. I was captivated for our audience out there, as Fine Liquids community. You know, we look at the taste of the water and where the water's sourced, but also it's very important for us, the media work that's provided. And I was completely encapsulated, engaged with the media work. And there's a few other videos on the website which I would recommend for the audience to watch. So yeah, I think it was a very nice way to start the show with that video. I thought it was awesome. Really, it really is. So I think,
yeah. When I got Thunderbird, I did not expect it, so it was a real big surprise. There came a parcel, and you know, they're coming very much parcels into our warehouse, and sometimes it's the parcel is scratched, and it's how can I say, they come from different parts of the world, so sometimes I don't know what will be inside, and so it's everyday Christmas for me when I come to the warehouse and there are new parcels, boxes from water samples from all over the world, but I did not expect that water. So when I opened it, I thought, oh my god, someone sent me Thunderbird. So long time I looked out for that water, and now I had it in my hand. Now I remind that I get goosebumps here at my head. So I'm really happy about that. And I never had a sip before, so I waited for our session today. So I'm very I'm looking forward to this first sip of it. So I'm very happy here. Yes.
You know
very
what's
good.
funny? Yeah. I was actually looking at my bucket list. I haven't opened my bucket list of water for more than a year, and I just wanted to see what I was kind of consuming or what I was able to retrieve the bottles over the years. And funny thing, Thunderbird was one of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was actually having this goosebump too. So when I got the Thunderbird kind of out of the blue, I was actually very excited. Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm going to talk more about this water, but I just want to let everybody know how I'm stoked for tonight. And it's actually my first time of trying this water too, so.
Cool.
So, Justin, can you ask Ruriko about her experience about this water from scratch? So, is this her first time with that water too, or did she ever get in contact with the brand before our show?
Yeah, ルリコさんはこちらのボトルを飲む、過去に飲んだことあったり、過去にいただいたことってありますか？
私はこのお水は初めてです。サンダーバードというまず名前を聞いて、イギリスとフランスとアメリカが作った映画の名前がこう印象に浮かんだんですけど、で実際にサンダーバードがファインウォーターズのゴールド賞を取りましたよね。ローカテゴリー部門で。でそれでどんなボトルなんだろうって名前だけ最初目に入ったので調べてみたらこの 神話の鳥のマークがあったので、あ、サンダーバードっていうのは鳥のことだったのかということで、それで初めて知ったような感じがします。
Yeah. So actually, she wasn't aware of the brand. However, so when she first time heard that it was a Thunderbird, she was thinking about that old TV show, The Thunderbird. Yeah, but she found out about this water because this water won the low minerality or the gold award, I believe, for this year, right? Yeah.
That's right.
So that's when she found out about this beautiful bottle with the Thunderbird mark on it, and that's when she realized, oh, so this is the Thunderbird. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful bottle. Yeah.
Yes, I must say. So I think out of us three, four, sorry, I'm the only one that's actually sampled this at the Fine Water Summit in Bled this year. So it's a gold winner. And what's remarkable is we sampled so many waters in this super low category, and it was all down to taste, blind tasting. So it's really your senses, the taste profile of this water, and 4 very experienced judges from the Fine Water Society grading these waters. So hey, it was a clear gold, and I think it's done extremely well. So should we maybe get into the design of the bottle first? Yeah. Okay. Well, I think firstly, I love the tall, elegant design of the bottle. It really does stand out on a table. It's super tall, super slim, super elegant. At first appearances, you might think, oh, it may be a fancy vodka or like a fancy alcoholic drink. But then when you get a bit closer, it's very, very clearly labeled that this is not a alcoholic beverage. This is a water. And I think the attraction of the design with very clear, this majestic creature of the Thunderbird at the front, it just sort of really stands out. And it's sort of the way it goes up with the bottle, it's sort of uplifting the design. You know, you're looking up with the Thunderbird's wings head straight up. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a remarkable design. And same thing. I was so surprised how tall this bottle is.
Yeah.
And feminine. And I think it's probably one of my tallest bottles I have.
It is. And like I just said, like, you're right. When you've actually got the bottle in your hand and it's on the table, how elevated and tall it looks. So it really does stand out on a table if you were to present this. But then also with the Thunderbird, sort of its wings and head going up to the sky, I think it's good design, very good design.
Yeah, I think it's very well resembled the bird with the height.
Yeah,
I just really love the frosted. I don't know. I think this is the frosting that's kind of done that resembles a mountain with the shadows and everything. I thought that was really unique. Yeah,
but then
it reminds me back to the kind of Coca-Cola did his ceramic logo in the 50s and the 60s, and this is something where I think as a customer this gives me value, and this is not just a plastic sticker or so, you know what I mean? So I think, okay, people who made that, they made ceramic printing and real colors, and it's haptic. You can touch that, the mountains, you can touch the mountains here, and on the bottom it's just sprayed. It's another printing, and so all in all, this is something you can fall in love with, really like that. And yes, I totally agree. It's tall, And that's, yeah, as you said, Millen, it's just a bit like, here I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you could ask Ruriko as well, please. First thoughts of bottle design.
リリコさんのそのボトルの感想はどうでしょ
はい。皆さんがおっしゃっていたように、高さがあるなっていうのが、まず第一印象でした。例えば、これ 750ml ですよね。750ml というように、ボトルには記載してあるんですけれども、例えば、これ、ボルドーサイズの 750ml を比べてみると、やっぱり大きさが違うんですよ。そう。だから、なんてお得な、お水のボトルなんだろうっていうのが、まず第一印象でした。
う? Yeah. So her first impression is the height. So as she wasリリコさんもう一度ボトルを。
ボトルね。はい。
Yeah. So
Wine.
what you see on the left is the normal, Bordeaux glass
Yeah.
type of bottle for like wine. So as you can see, it's obvious that you can see the height, and you can feel, a lot of good deal from buying this because it has a height, so seems like you got a good deal buying this water.
あとはもうデザインはもう素晴らしいですよね。透明なボトルの中でも、やっぱり黒とあと白があしらわれているので、シンプルでスタイリッシュである点がまず目について、あとは黒のこの神聖な鳥であるサンダーバードが正面に描かれているという点で、下半分が白のすりガラスになっているのも魅力的だと思いました。
Yeah, so she definitely loves the black bird that's kind of standing out, as Milin mentioned, and the bottom with all the white mountains, with all the frosting glass, like everything is fantastic.
Yeah, I would say with the frosting and that haptic feel, it gives you. It's a large bottle, but it gives you that haptic grip as well. It's not going to slip out of your hands because that beautiful feel, which if you're serving the water, it's not going to slip out of your hands. So I think it's a combination of great design, great haptics, the feel of it in the palm of my hand right now. It's enjoyable. It's not just a smooth glass. It's just all the way around. You've got a good sense of connection with this water. And I think the more we go into this, I think this brand here, it's all about connection. Yeah. For us here, it's about connecting with this bottle, connecting with the water. From where the source is from, it's about connecting with nature, connecting with the First Nations and the Chukalasat tribe. I really hope I've got the pronunciation correct on that. So yeah.
Okay. Before you are starting to get into that, and I really want to do that, I would like to invite you that we start sampling the water itself right now before we do that, because I made the experience more and more time when you are sampling a low TDS water. Sometimes it takes time to develop in your mouth feel. So I made the experience when you're drinking 1, 2, 3 sips. The story is just starting, and so I want to do this water sampling now and not later, so that sometimes, I don't know, maybe this water is telling a story over this show, and this is the reason why I want to start drinking it now.
Yes.
Is that okay for you?
Totally agree. And for the audience there, Pat's comments with a low TDS water, so it doesn't have all of high mineral contents of calcium, magnesiums, potassiums, bicarbonates, all of the beautiful elements that create taste with the water. This is a very low TDS water, so the nuances are very fine. And you're right, Pat, you need it. It's like a fine wine. You open it, you savor, and you keep on discovering the taste and the experience of it. So I've just opened mine. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed opening that bottle. I really did.
So This is a moment where I waited for a very long time, so just doing it.
And I know you're not very patient when it comes to tasting waters, Pat. Okay, all right. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed opening that bottle, 100%.
Mm.
Oh! Hopefully our audience heard that, but that was nice. I just may have to just do that again.
Yeah, I heard it here. I heard it.
But I just want to do it again because I enjoyed that. It's pretty cool. You can close it up back again. Right, ready? Yes. Yes. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Justin, it's a little bit tricky, I think.
Yeah. I got a little bit clumsy there, but it's all good. There we go. All right. Poppin'. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
あ、音。
So, all right.
Just before we
So-
sip, I see a lot of oxygen.
Okay. Cheers to the First Nations, I think. Cheers us. Yes. Oh, hello audience. I think we just had a short breakdown here in connection. Hopefully we will come back.
ない非常にクリアなお水です。
Smooth. So it kind of drains down through your throat very clearly, but at the same time, it has that sweet tone to it. And
Definitely.
yeah, and I have to agree with that.
Internet is broken down. Hopefully it's coming back.
2 degrees in my office here, and it feels cold. Yeah, it has that iceness, that ice feel on the palate when it's at room temperature. And that maple reference, yeah, the water is sweet, 100%, but it's got that aftertaste of that maple sort of that sweet earthy feel. Yeah, and definitely this water's full of oxygen, which is very good. Which is very good. I can see, I don't know if you can see it, but on my glass here, I can see some very, very small bubbles attaching to the glass, like super fine. If you look super carefully, I definitely do see that. So it's a very good oxygenated water as well, which is always pleasing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this is an artesian source from what I'm.
That's right. Yeah.
And I thought that was very, very interesting because, artesian sources usually absorb a lot of minerals. So they tend to have a, bit higher TDS than the spring sources. But I thought that was kind of very interesting. For this source.
And I think, it's super low, and the hardness is very low, but the nitrite levels on this, and this is pretty rare, like to have 0%. For our audience out there, the nitrites is about the environmental conditions that this water is sourced from. So it's free from agricultural or industrial pollution, and that is the nitrite measurement. And here in this water, certified, tested thoroughly at 0. Okay, for that is virgin, supreme quality water that hasn't been impacted by man-made agricultural industrial pollution, and that's extremely special. many waters in the world that are, on our shelves globally do not even reach that figure. So I'm absolutely honored to even experience something like this, that hasn't been affected by human industrialization and agricultural farming. So beautiful, very privileged.
I don't know what your experience was in the last 5 minutes, but here in my small village we had some disconnecting problems, and I think you were away from me for, I think, maybe 20 seconds. So I did not heard everything you said about the taste of water. So I just get into it in the middle. So I drank the water for myself, and my first sip I took, I thought, please, don't be boring, Thunderbird, please, don't be boring. This was my first impression. But this is always the same when you have high expectations. When you have high expectations, it's always not easy for the water to get me satisfied. So I thought, oh my God, please not be boring. But then I took the second and the third sip, and you came back, and I listened to you. And what I thought was there was a heavy dryness in my mouth with the first sips. I don't know if you felt that too, but I think this is a water which makes a big dryness while drinking. But all in all, the sweetness and the earthiness and the complete character, I think, is unbelievable complex. Unbelievable complex for a water with a TDS from 44. So this is what I really like about this, the low mineral waters. Sometimes they are, when you're looking at people, sometimes people are just they walk away, and you cannot remind them because they were just usual people. And sometimes people are walking away and you will never forget them because they impressed you so much. And this is a water which impressed me so much, and so I'm very satisfied with these first impressions I had. And yeah, is there anybody who can tell us and the audience more about the people who are sourcing that water and the source itself?
Yeah, I believe we're in contact with Kelly and Scott, who've kindly shared this water, but I think you are already engaged with the movement of Thunderbird and what they represent from just the media work that they put together. Genuinely, I would recommend the audience just to spend 10 minutes, and you'll probably end up spending half an hour to an hour just reviewing Thunderbird and the people behind it, and also the First Nations with the Uchukala tribe. They're also engaged with this water, and it is special. The more you read into it and what they're putting back into these communities as well, I think it's awesome. And the audience has seen the first clip, and there's a few other clips as well. Giving back, making sure that the local communities have clean, safe drinking water is important, and also representing these First Nation tribes is very, very important. And just a bit of a fact here. A good friend of mine, we were talking about this 2 weeks ago, and I know this water's from Canada, but in the United States, a gentleman called Charles Chuck, who's a Native American First Nation, okay? And only now, we're in 2021, and first time a Native American First Nation is the head of the US National Park Service. To me, they should have been the head of this from the beginning, because they're the ones that understand the land, that have been with the land from the beginning, and really understand how to respect and protect and we were sitting drinking water with my friend on a table, discussing this fact that it's taken 2021 for this to happen. So in the background, what Thunderbird are doing, hey, it's not on the massive media scale, but I truly believe it will be, because it's very special what they've created, and it's respecting the land and respecting people. So
Very cool. That's
Absolutely.
very cool. And yeah, now it happened late, very late, but it happened, and that's something which I'm really happy about, because there were so many things are happening which should have to happen. And I think that more and more people are getting conscious about things which should change. You know, when you're looking at the media work of Martin Riese, you see actually he's putting the side of the people onto how the water in California is getting more and more less and less and less. And I think so many people don't are not aware about those problems. They just open their tap and water is coming out and everything is cool, but it's not cool. And so I think it's very good to see all in all everywhere are people going ahead and realize that things have to change. And so what you just said about this changement, this is great, and I really love that. And it's something what we do. We are giving those people a audience. We are giving those people a stage. So yeah, and this is what we can do. So I'm happy to tell people this story. Yes.
yeah. Justin, if you could ask Ruriko what are her thoughts about the sort of the background of Thunderbird and what it represents.
うん、そのルリコさんのそのサンダーバードっていう、ブランドのその背景とか、そういった、そういった、知識、なんかございましたら、ちょっとお話しいただけますか。
サンダーバードのを紹介する上での、ポイントのようなものかしら。
そうですね。ちょっとこのブランドのことについて、思ったこととか。
そうですね。まずはやっぱり名前とこの神話のことは伝えたいっていうのはまず最初にありますし、あとはやっぱり氷河のお水であるということ。氷河の水が地層に浸透して、非圧地下水となって、そこから汲み上げたお水であるという点は伝えたいなと思います。で、環境汚染がない地域で、さらに硝酸塩というのは検出がほぼされないという点も魅力ある点だと思っています。
So her impression about the brand so she really thought the brand is really trying hard to spread the message about about the nature, about brand, of course, with the whole mythology that's kind of involved with the Thunderbird and the land, but also, within this, this prestige land, I think it's about 1,200 hectares of land, which is pretty huge, so it's spread out, where, which is nitrate free, very, very cold water, from so those kind of things I think what's really kind of consists this brand really unique, and
Definitely. And I think it all comes together pretty nicely with the backstory, the charitable work, but then also involving the Ushkakalaksa tribe leaders within the media work. And also, what's pretty cool as well, I don't know if you've seen the behind the scenes media work. So where they've, on most media work, it's all looks really cool, but they've done a separate video, which just is the outtakes. And this was pretty special. you know, just sort of what's happening behind the scenes to create the media work I thought it was a very nice touch. It felt really, really sincere, real, and just what the brand represents.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes, I saw that, and I like that too. Really.
Yeah, it really
And,
it sort of it made me smile after. And there's so much that we can learn from First Nations, so much about how to protect the land, how to, you know, work the land. And I think, you know, in sort of curriculum, we should lean more towards that, you know. So we're always having our environment at the forefront of just disposing and just wasting. So I don't think I've seen a brand out there with what we do like this. So I find it very unique, and for it to also win gold in which was a blind tasting, it really does encompass it. So yeah.
Yeah, and it made that gold medal for 2 times. So
Yes.
it was a gold medal in 2019.
That's right,
at
in
the Taste
Stockholm.
Awards,
Yep.
and now this year. So twice gold medals. Great thing. There is one more aspect I want to add to our show, and this is the issue of accessibility to that water. Yesterday I spoke to Mike Schneckenberger. Hello, Mike. He's on Schalke watching football. So soccer. Mike Schneckenberger told me, "Hey, Pat, thank you for the bottle, but where can we get it?" And I said, "Oh, maybe you can get it at the homepage." No, you can't get it at the homepage. Okay, yeah, maybe you can get it at Delicious Drinks. No, you can't get it at Delicious Drinks. What? Yeah, but there's no problem. In Germany, you don't need to have access to every water, so this would be unbelievable, you know? No problem. But he said, I can't find that water. And he found it, I think, on a web page in Hong Kong. And it was about over $50. So, and this is something I want to ask Thunderbird. Hello, Thunderbird. Here is my question to you. Why can nobody access to your water? You are a gold medal winner, and I'm not Thunderbird, but I want to answer for Thunderbird in my opinion. Okay, so when you are looking for your environment, when you are looking for your people, it's not even needed to sell your water everywhere. So I think they maybe have enough customers for their water. I don't know if it is like this, but I think so. But all in all, let us know and let the audience know if there is a place where you can get that water for a normal price. And so we will tell the audience this is the place where you can get Thunderbird if you want to have Thunderbird. Because for us, I think Milin just wrote an email to Kelly and she sent us the bottles all across the planet. So I think everybody can access to it, but we will investigate and we will tell you where you can get the water if you want to get one.
I think, hey, it's a gold winner in taste. It's, in my opinion, it's gold in its backstory and what it all means. So, you know, even purchasing this with the charity work that they do, it's doubling up. You're enjoying a very, very pristine water with great taste, mouthfeel, great design, but then also you're giving back to a genuine cause as well. So, hey, start locating it, start finding it. It's a good experience. It's a very good experience.
Yeah, so this is a very fine water from the West Coast, Vancouver Island, British Columbia in Canada. So this is my first experience with a Canadian water. There are so many more. Jackson Spring, I think. I tried to get in contact a few times with some brands from Canada. I think on the coast there is Berg water, but I think Berg water is not Canada itself, but This is my first Canadian water, and I really like that. And when you spoke about taste, you spoke about um, maple syrup, I think.
Yeah.
This was when we were disconnected. So marple. This is the this one here. This sign here, this leaf, huh? You know. Is this connected? This is a question to you, Justin. Is this connected, maple and taste, or what did you tell the audience? I just asked because I don't know if I understood it correct or right.
Yeah, so it's actually more comes from the after, it's more like an aftertaste.
That's right.
It's like a hint of sweetness that I'm experiencing, but it's not like sugar kind of sweetness. It's more kind of subtle sweetness that's coming from your tongue, and it's almost like having a maple syrup. And it's really gentle. It's like really gentle and earthy.
Yeah. So I totally agree with you, Justin. So my experience for my palate, it's a sweet water, but you get that sweetness. But then, like with that maple syrup, you get that earthy, sweet, bitter aftertaste, and that's exactly what you experience with this water. Because it is a sweet orientated water, no doubt, but it's got that earthy sort of kick to it at the end, which gives that reference to that maple syrup taste profile.
Yeah, so actually, whatever Pat was mentioning, you get this dry kind of. You said bitterness too, right? So that's actually what I also. That's what I also felt. That's kind of unique about this water.
Okay, one last question from my side. We did not spoke about how to combine this water, so I want to ask you, Justin, what are your thoughts about what can you imagine to combine that water, pair that water with?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been really thinking about grilled turban shell. So turban shell is it's this kind of swirled up shellfish, and you usually kind of cook it with butter, a little bit of soy sauce, and you slurp it out. It's really delicious. I used to have that a lot when I stayed with my family in Hokkaido, the northern part of Japan. So, and that's just like something you have to experience. It's all, yeah.
Very cool, very cool. Can you ask Ruriko what Japan would like to pair with?
Sure. リリコさん、じゃあ、ペアリングの方の
はい。
紹介を。
はい。いやもう高橋さんと同じですね。北海道の、海の産物と相性がいいと思います。
そう
特に、カニ、あとはイカ。はい。その辺の、生でいただく海産物と相性がいいと思います。
そうですね。僕はサザエのつぼ焼きを指してたんですが、似てます。
サザエもいいですね。
そうです。なんかこの甘さがまたちょっとサザエと合いそうですよね。
私
So actually, it's funny. We actually came to a very, very similar answer. She was also thinking about like a seafood coming from Hokkaido, like a northern part of Japan. So like snow crab, she also was mentioning about scallops. あと他に何を言ってましたっけ？
あとはお刺身全般と、あとは和食との相性はいいと思います。出汁の効いたお料理とは相性がいいと思いますよ。揚げ出し豆腐とか。
Yeah. So something with like sashimi will work, as she mentioned. Something with like warm broth, like something that's a soy but hint of sweet sauce. Like soy base, like agedashi tofu. I don't know if you guys know. It's a fried tofu dish that would go well.
I've got that for lunch. So yeah, I think I totally agree with the delicate flavors of the shellfish that you've Ruriko and Justin have described. Definitely whitefish, just lightly in a maybe in butter, or nothing overpowering. But then what I find with the crispness and that cooling effect this water has, despite it being at room temperature, it feels like it's cold water, but it's at room temperature. It's got that sensational cooling effect. I think even if you were to pair this with spicier foods, maybe not fatty foods like meats, but like if you were to add more spice, say, to your seafood, this definitely has that tremendous cooling effect as well. And with that cooling effect, it may allow the taste of the chili to come through a bit more than that scorching feel. So I would definitely like to try the both with simple cooked seafood, but then also with a bit of added heat. And Pat's looking at me thinking, no sushi.
No, I tell you what I'm thinking about. You know, we are meeting in that community for a very long time now, and always when it comes to pairing, it's just for me. I give you a picture, okay? I am playing in the sandbox, okay? I am the kid playing in the sandbox, and I have the sand, and I'm very happy about that. And when it comes to pairing, all of you leave the sandbox and going in the garden, playing with balls, playing with stuff, and I'm still sitting in my sandbox, happy with my sand, because I don't understand what you are playing with. So, but yesterday I had a meeting with Mike Schneckenberger, and he's a professor of pairing. It's amazing what he's thinking. It's amazing what he's pairing, and he opened yesterday the sandbox for me. So yesterday it was the first time I got out, and he showed me what that all means. And if you want, you can watch that video clip in the next days on YouTube. It's completely in German, but you will see what is happening to me when he gave me a little bit of that, trying together with that. And then I understood, oh my God, this is what all these people are always talking about. And so he opened the door for me into the next category of enjoyment and taste experience. And this is one more thing why I love what I do, because there are so many rooms I never get into.
Yeah.
And with every new meeting we do, doors are getting open. So I now I have Thunderbird. Yesterday I had my first Vichy Catalan entrecot together, and this is amazing. So and it never stops. And so this is what I thought. I did not thought no sushi. I thought, hey, I'm out of the sandbox.
I think once you experience pairing waters with foods, wines, you don't look back, because you want to explore more, and it works extremely well. But we've never been educated or ever been described the pairing of waters and foods and wines, etc. And until you try and sit down with friends, family, and try a variety of waters with your meal and walk into it like, I'm going to discover something new, that's when it clicks. That's when the game changes.
Yes, totally agree. And the thing is, you know, at the first meetings we had, and it came to pairing, it really was like that. I listened to you and I thought, okay, these are the strong guys, they can do that. I don't mind, so it's not my game. But then I mentioned, all right, this is truly your game, because it's you have your own tongue, you have your own lips, and you can make this experience by your own. But sometimes, you know, for you it's very normal to say, oh, I can pair this with that. But for the most of the people, they when they hear pair water with something, this is a surprise. What? Pairing water? So, and this is something I realized yesterday when Mike said, "Oh, and then you can take Vichy Catalan for making a salad sausage."
Yeah.
So, and then I thought, yes, but why did I never thought about that? So, and this is what I bring into that discussion. So for us, for you, it's very normal to pair water, but for most of the people, they even don't think about these possibilities.
I'm sorry, I have genuinely I've drunk a lot of this. It's that sweet maple flavor. I can't stop drinking this, and and this isn't a bit from the actual Thunderbird website. It is believed that the Thunderbird flashes its eyes to create lightning and flaps its wings to deliver thunder. And over the lands of the Ukashalak tribe, it's known to create this beautiful water. It's cool. It's cool.
All right, very, very cool session today. Once again, very early in the morning for me, but
Earlier for me.
yeah, I think so. Map. Okay, is there anything to add to this Thunderbird meeting in this morning, in this night?
If you could ask Ruriko, Justin, please.
最後に何か付け加える一言とかございますか？
サンダーバードは本当に非常にクリアな美味しいお水です。で、私今ちょうど日本のいつも飲んでいるお水があったので飲み比べてみたんですけど、日本のお水よりもよりクリアなテイストなので、もう誰でももう好きだなと思えるお水だと思います。ぜひ一度機会があったら飲んでいただきたいお水です。
So it was actually literally just was comparing with the Japanese water that she consumes daily just now, and she can clearly tell that the Thunderbird is much more clear and crisp in taste, and definitely she approves that the Japanese will definitely will enjoy this water.
Okay, well there we go. Japan's finest water sommelier, knowing the Japanese market, gives it a thumbs up. That's cool. And yourself, Justin?
I approve this. It is golden.
Yeah.
And there's so much potentials of pairing with this water because, you know, it has a natural sweetness. So, I mean, I could mention about seafood too, but I think it goes well with the dessert, even with breakfast.
Yep.
Like it goes well with it's so versatile. So I want the people to discover more what you can pair with this water. Take a sip, understand what's aftertaste. If it's a sweet, it's all about imagination. It's after you take a sip, what do you want to eat? That's what it's all about.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I think from my side, my palate, my taste has already awarded this water a gold, but that was for taste. I'm going to award this water a platinum medal just for the backstory, the media work that they're doing in regards to the First Nations and bringing it all together. And also, Ruriko, we were discussing tap water and the subject of tap water. I love tap water, and we're very, very lucky. But I would say for Thunderbird and that zero nitrite, again, very, very lucky to experience this because many, many, many waters in the world do not reach that standard. And it goes back to the land that this water's from. So yeah, I truly feel very special this morning.
Yeah, I totally have to agree. Yeah, we are very, very special.
And over to you, Pat.
I totally agree with every word you said, and all I want to add is I am honored. I feel honored that we have this experience, and I'm very, very lucky. And to be in that privileged situation to get those water, and that yes, I want to thank Thunderbird Kelly for sending us that. I know it's not even easy to bring all that waters across the planet. I know, when I send a box to Japan, it costs around $100. A box to Japan, $100. So when Kelly sent us that, sending it to London, sending it to LA, sending it to Japan, sending it to Heidelberg would truly mean, all in all, maybe they spent $400 therefore, just to bring it to us. So I'm very honored and very thankful, and this is how I want to close that show. When we leave now, I will show the people the background clip for the end of the stream today. And yeah, so all I want to add now is a small outlook, because we will have a Christmas show,
Yes.
with the Fine Liquids community, and we will have it with Craig Water from the UK.
Yeah.
Is that correct spelled, Craig?
Crag. And we're going to have a special guest from Crag, and I think it's going to be a very special Christmas show. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Look forward for that show. Yes, you will see it when we will provide it on Instagram, stuff like that. So, wish you all a good night, a good day, a good time. Stay healthy, stay lucky. Look for that Corona is far away from you. Stay hydrated and look for your hydration, so that you are in the position to stay healthy. Yeah, good luck. Have a good time now at the Christmas time with the family, stuff like that. We all wish you just the best. So
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
Okay.
it. The community says bye-bye.
See ya.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay, so we're ready to go.
Song and dance, there's a lot of strength, there's a lot of power that comes from it. And once again, with the ancestors, before we begin our song and dances, we connect and we pray and we ask for guidance to do things in a good way and to uphold these healthy values that we've been handed down, and a lot of these things that are connected to the water, that are connected to the mountains and to all of these things. So there's a lot of the things that show that we're connected, and we access all of those and we utilize all of these. And so with all of these resources that we have, we know that even in today's life, all these elements are here, everything is here, all the strength that we have is within inside of ourselves. So that's our direction, is innovative and resourcefulness. And so those are things that we always access.